Hi! This video is about the trip to Lake Tahoe. We came from Reno to Lake Tahoe and it took only about 1 hour. If we came from Los Angeles City, it probably have taken us 8 hours. When I saw this lake for the first time, I was shocked how many trees there were and how big the lake looked like. And there were even currents going on, like waves, just like ocean. But the thing is, because this lake is accessible 360 degrees, it looked bigger than the ocean. The stay we stayed at was called Heavenly Lodge, and see how pretty and cute this is. And each room had a theme of its own. This particular room which we stayed in had a fisherman's dream theme and was so cute. This kitchenette, I originally thought that they would have some kind of a cooking stove, but they didn't, and instead they had mostly plastic utensils, so we couldn't cook anything. We just could cut like some fruits and eat there. That closet had extra blanket and towel. And let's check out the bathroom area. This bathroom is also very cozy and cute. I liked 2 ducklings nearby the window, and actually when the bathroom is this small, it kind of keeps you warm when you're naked. These are the decorations I talked about earlier. I particularly liked the sign that said "Man and fish are alike. They get in trouble when they open their mouth." We rested a little bit and came out to check out the beach. This beach is called Nevada's Beach. And look, the currents going on. This is a lake. We came around sunset time and it looked beautiful. I'm into photography, but I'm not that good at it yet. Anyways, we came back to the stay and spent the rest of our time on the puzzle. We could finish this puzzle, but the biggest puzzle I couldn't solve is that one piece was missing that came back to me 16 days later, right in front of my eyes on the first step of a staircase. I cannot still solve that. I actually think that I cannot solve that puzzle lifetime. Anyways, we took hot chocolate and coffee and came to take a cruise. Although they provide their own shuttle bus, we didn't take bus because waiting for bus and waiting for everyone to onboard and offboard were gonna cost us more on time. So we thought this was worth to park our own car and save time. When we got there, it didn't seem like it was gonna rain, right? So far. But there were many clouds, which kind of made it look even more beautiful personally. So seeing the map, we are only moving around the South Lake area. We are gonna go to Emerald Bay and come back. And doing so, we're gonna take about 3 hours both ways. So previous day, the weathercast was like this. From 4 p.m. to 7 p.m.-ish, there would gonna be 25% chance of rain. That was not true because it started raining earlier, like from 1 p.m. So there are 2 very famous people regarding this Emerald Bay. First one is Richard Dick Barter. He's also called Captain Dick. Captain Dick was so into Funnet Island, which is close by Emerald Bay and is the only island in this big Lake Tahoe. And one day while he was sailing toward this island, his boat started to leak. And that was very cold day and cold time. So what he did was pouring whiskey in the water that was already in the boat to avoid getting frozen to death. But his toes unfortunately got affected by this frostbite, and later he had to cut his own toes. He kept them in a box and showed them to people. Anyways, he eventually built a cottage on this island and started living there. Sometime later, he started telling people that he felt like it was about time for him to die. So what he did was he built his own coffin and put it inside the cave found in this island. And he told people that when he knew that it was time for him to die, then he would simply go into the coffin and close the lid, and all people need to do is closing the cave itself with the stones. And he was right, because there was a storm and his boat boat completely got damaged, but people couldn't find his body. So on a foggy October days, people believe that they can see the ghost of Captain Dick trying to reach to his tomb. Second story is about the rich widow. So she got fascinated about this Emerald Bay and paid the amount that family couldn't resist. She asked the architect to learn Scandinavian style so she could build this castle. And on that funded island which Captain Dick loved, she built a tea house. Right now it's kind of vandalized and damaged through weather, but imagine drinking tea on the top of island. It's gonna feel cool looking at the emerald color water. Anyways, we are heading back to where we got onboarded, and because of weather and rain, most of people actually went downstairs, which had restaurant and was much warmer because everything was closed around. Because there was no sun, although it was a daytime, it was very cold. So I remembered Captain Dick, how cold he must have been when water got in his boat. We kind of liked being isolated from people and how calm and fresh and cold the air was until it was too cold. So we went down to the downstairs and it's how it looks. It felt about like 20 degrees warmer in here. According to them, it's the most comfortable ship on the lake because of its big body. The currents are not affecting or shaking the ship much. And I'm the person who have severe motion sickness. I get sick when I go to Catalina Island, and I have gotten sick while we were whale watching at Morro Bay. So yes, I confirm that this MS Dixie II ship is a very comfortable ship. While we were at the boat, we found a barbecue place to check out after. And this is the place. I recommend the combo platters over single meat choice because it comes with 2 meat at the price of 1 meat choice. According to their menu, they smoke their meat early in the morning. We got 2 different soups, combo platter with half chicken and beef brisket, and 2 sides as coleslaw and a baked potato, and they gave that cornbread for free. They give steamed hot towel to clean yourself after. After eating, we came toward the North Lake side. And unlike South Lake, they had many parkings available on the street. It was constantly raining at that moment, and it didn't seem like the rain would stop anytime soon. Anyways, can you guess what it is in 3, 2, 1, now? This is the bear family made of more than 200,000 pennies. Ta-da! Because the rain was even becoming heavier than before, we decided to go back to the stay. Because of cold and rainy weather outside, the egg throwing place was doing really well. I think I saw at least 20 people. We wanted to check it out, but after resting a little bit at the stay, it was already 8 something and the place closes at 9 p.m. on weekdays that we decided to not go. This is the last night at Heavenly Lodge. Although we stayed only 2 nights here, this place felt like home already, and I kind of didn't want to leave. Anyways, next morning, this is a barbecue area you can barbecue. We couldn't because yesterday it rained. Anyways, does anyone know what kind of technique is used in this painting? I really love how many colors it holds. Is it like a stamp? Because it's like copy and pasty, but looks immaculate. I also like this fine lining around the mirror and across the wall. I'm making hot chocolate and coffee to go as usual, and this hot chocolate brand is so good. It tastes so good. After checking out, we came to Emerald Bay, and it was a different view because it was higher and kind of seemed further too. Then we headed to Eagle Waterfall. Eagle Waterfall was only about 3 minutes away by car from the Emerald Bay, but finding parking was hard. And to see the waterfall from the parking lot, you have to walk around 10 to 15 minutes. And before going to see the waterfall, I imagined the waterfall to be like this on the left, but actual waterfall was a lot thinner. But surrounding nature is so beautiful that it's worth visiting. After Eagle Waterfall, we are gonna head to North Lake. With car, it takes about 1 hour to get to North Lake from Emerald Bay. This is the viewpoint. We had to stop by here because it was so beautiful. It's the midpoint between the North Lake and South Lake. Just look at this. This is literally like ocean, isn't it? Then we came to Kings Beach. Like I said before, this North Lake area has a lot more free parkings available than the South Lake area, so we could find free parking on the street. This is the first time I've seen the lake under the sun close to noontime and without rain, and it looked so beautiful. Water was so clean, look at this. And if you're gonna go to Kings Beach area, bring the lock, because I've seen many locks and I'm guessing these are done by couples or friends or family. So personally, what's the biggest difference between the lake and the ocean? I think lack of salt. Then we went to this hamburger place called Char Pit because it had a lot of reviews. And then we got the regular burger. The burger was slightly bigger than In-N-Out burger, and the beef patty was a lot more flavorful than that of In-N-Out. Then we headed to ice cream place. We are gonna compare two ice cream places. Here they give free toppings, and although they had less selections, the guy topped off ice cream a lot. I mean, I ordered small, but he gave almost large size. Their outside seating area was wide and pretty too, like Hawaiian-ish. Then we headed to the second ice cream place. This one had a lot more to choose from, but the ice cream we chose, mocha almond fudge, from the menu was not available in the store. This place was a slightly more pricier side compared to the previous ice cream place, so when we added one gelato, one ice cream, one regular coffee, it costed around $20. Just one more saying before I go. Did you know that Lake Tahoe used to be called Lake Bigler? That sums up our trip to Lake Tahoe. Thank you for watching. Bye bye!